Welcome back. We're still at the traffic desk, moving on to part 4, A Marriage Made in Heaven.
You know, if we're at the traffic desk, shouldn't our driving serve as an example to others?
Well, maybe I'll do a better job this time.
Okay. Well then. That can't be ironic.
Ooh, gruesome.
Indeed. So between the title and that, I'm already thinking Great Gatsby.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen, I just got this handed to me. A hit-and-run felony at Ray's Cafe, 208 North Los Angeles. Got a patrolman on site. The coroner's on his way. Get down there, see if you can find any witnesses who can put a make on the car.
How exactly does this sort of thing go to traffic and not homicide? Like, there's a car involved, so it's ours?
That's an interesting point. Yeah, because the car isn't even the main point of the investigation.
We're gonna bring in that car, and maybe someone driving it as well. Mostly the car, though.
No, that's a good point. It's definitely a homicide case. I agree.
Yeah. So one note I had from last time that I didn't want to ramble on about is the intro of the game, and I don't know if I commented on this in the...
Oh, hang on real fast here. I was taking to heart your criticism of my suit.
Oh.
So I'm browsing through some
Very
suit options
good.
here. Yeah. Which one do you like? That one's alright.
I like whichever one you end up deciding on, clearly.
Perfect. Sharpshooter. Oh, gold. I think this is the one I go with.
Okay, who is the Broderick that we keep referencing?
I have no idea. We should Wikipedia that.
Yeah. That's fine. I
Anyways.
like the second one, the Chicago, I think it was, the dark blue. But this is still better than the old one you
This
had.
has a side effect of letting me take more punches, too.
Really?
Looks like the DA is going to press
Is it
charges.
DLC?
It is, yeah. But some of them are not.
I'll
But
speak
this
to
one
the
happens
DA.
to.
She suffered enough.
More
I
follow-up
don't know,
from the
Cole.
last case.
She's an easy make, and the DA likes it.
Yeah, I like how they do that. Good.
I'll convince him to let her go. How you
Although
do
they're
that?
not referencing the DLC case,
give
which
him
was the
something
last
better.
one. But still interesting.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I forgot which one was which.
They assume they just skip that one.
That's some hair.
Detectives, over here.
Cole Phelps, traffic. What have we got?
A homicide.
Because a white male named Lester Patterson walked out of the bar and into the street. Car hit over there, and he ended up here. Dead on impact by the look of it.
Have you canvassed the area?
The only one with anything useful to contribute is the young lady over there. She lives above the bar. Name is Shannon Perry. No, it's not a stage name. 24 years old, she left Kansas to follow the yellow brick road.
Is that so?
We'll take a formal statement later. Right now, we're going to take a look around.
Why would Shannon Perry be a stage name?
No idea.
You could learn something from that guy's fashion sense, Matt.
It'd be funny if there was an option to just steal it, put it on my head.
Gangway, detective. Phelps,
Photographer's a little adversarial.
You should take a look at the body.
Landed on his face and ended up here. Car must have struck him from behind.
I haven't seen this since that first one, actually manipulating the body. What do we expect to learn by examining his hands?
Well, he might have a wristwatch or some sort of markings or a ring.
Oh, okay.
Something like that.
That looks...
Oh boy. Life insurance policy increase.
Yep. This one... You know, this would be a lot more interesting if they hadn't
Addison
titled
has
it
life insurance.
what they did and shown us the opening cutscene. I'm wondering if they're going to pull some unexpected twist on us as well as on Cole.
Interesting.
We can notify next of kin.
Whoa, weird looking old money. Hey, it's
Did
an
it
LP
actually
wallet.
look like that? Oh yeah, that's good. Lester Patterson,
Yeah,
Let's Play.
I am just full of laughs. Right.
What have you got on the victim?
From all reports, he was intoxicated at the time of the accident. I'll know how intoxicated once I've done the autopsy. Looking him over now, I'd say he died on impact.
What about the chest wound? Isn't that inconsistent?
Very common in auto injuries. Look for a car with a prominent hood ornament. Those things are killers.
Went a long
Body
way.
traveled a good 20 feet.
That looks like the body skidded on the ground. That's kind of
This
ridiculous.
blood is a long way from the body. Car must have been going like a bat out of hell.
Oh, okay, I see. So there was some flight time
Impact,
followed by
yeah.
skidding because the impact was so great.
So the driver managed to brake before the impact.
And the music's still playing. There must be something else.
It's all yours, Detective.
Okay. Oh, because you haven't talked to the girl yet. Right. Ooh. Trash. Oh.
So I was pretty proud to find this. I think this is one of those clues that is definitely optional. Like, if you hadn't found it, the case would continue.
Could be a steak knife. This is a hit-and-run case, Phelps. Anyone could have thrown away a kitchen knife.
In any case, we'll want tech services to scrub the alleyway before they bag the knife.
So what I was going to say, and because I don't have anything more to say on this case right now, is that after the first couple cases, I was kind of expecting things to be, relatively simple, but the last two cases before this have had sort of much more, not moral ambiguity, but they're finally getting at the sense of general corruption, like no one's a good guy.
Interesting.
The first couple cases is pretty clear. There was a guy, and he murdered someone, or he did a bad thing, and you have to catch the bad man. But they're now getting into the idea that, even the victim's kind of a sleazeball, and it's not just a single person who is the criminal. So I can see him start to build up towards the larger noir aesthetic.
Yeah, I think that's a really good point. And it makes the story a lot richer for it, in my opinion.
And of course, this appears to be right now to be a classic sort of, I don't know if femme fatale is exactly the right word, but jilted lover sort of situation.
Totally.
So we're laying our elements in one by one, and we're doing it at nighttime for the first time since the first tutorial.
Yeah, I think the femme fatale involves some amount of deception or manipulation.
Yeah.
So I don't know how much this has of that yet, but...
Ooh. Can you play poker?
No, they didn't bring that system over from Red Dead Redemption.
That would have fit right in with everything else that's going on in this game, and it's a shame.
But a backroom for poker is probably a relevant thing to note in this bar.
Yep. Maybe he was...
Oh, this is a neat system I'm using here. In the notebook, I only realized this on my second playthrough. You can pull up the notebook and use an intuition point to show all clues.
Huh.
And now that put a little magnifying glass down. Because you remember we were talking about, what about the clues that make the music finally stop? Are they all important? So I was like, let's just see. So what did I miss? So this is what I would have missed if I hadn't used it.
Okay. That's cool.
So I think the music does stop when you found everything.
Okay.
Courtney, come in. Have a seat.
Thanks, Doctor.
How are you finding working at the clinic?
It's, fine.
Are you sure?
Can I be honest with you, Doctor?
I would hope so, Courtney.
I was hoping that the therapy would be more beneficial.
treatment can unfortunately be very long-term.
So many of the patients here are addicts, Doctor.
Many of them have been for years, Courtney. In the past, these people were condemned to sanatoriums. If we can reveal the root of the problem, then we have a chance to help them.
And until then, they stay sedated?
Do I detect a hint of reproach, Courtney?
I was expecting more, Doctor. I'm sorry. I don't mean to criticize.
Part of being a physician, Courtney, is learning to be patient.
How is it possible to keep so many of them on their medications, Doctor? Many of their addictions are illegal.
Oh, many things in life are gray, Courtney. What may on the surface appear to be illegal is actually of benefit to society at large.
Okay, well, I'm beginning to understand why they keep using the incredibly ominous music through all of that guy's cutscenes.
Yeah, he bends the rules.
8 of 13? Have we missed?
No, it's because
Miss Perry?
that's my total
Yes?
playthrough.
Oh.
I'm Detective Phelps. This is my partner, Detective Bukowski. Can you tell us what happened?
Well, I came to the window because I heard people arguing downstairs.
Then what happened?
I saw a car hit that poor man and knock him down the street.
What kind of car was it?
A dark red Lincoln Continental.
Did you see the license plate?
Only the first 3 letters, I'm afraid. 3C8.
Ah, that's why you're here. Homicide
Tell me
detectives
more about the
can't do
argument
license
you heard.
plates.
Well, there were 2 voices. A man and a woman. That's all.
Why are you holding out on us, Miss Perry?
Jesus, Cole.
I'm sorry. I was hoping to tell my story to the newspapers. I'd like to get my picture in the paper. Trying to find work as an actress, and things are pretty difficult.
Cough it up, sister. We don't have all night.
People arguing? They were husband and wife. I could tell by what she was yelling. Intimate things. Very embarrassing for the man.
Thank you, Miss Perry. Your information has been very helpful. You can go now.
You really think so? I hope you find that driver and put him away.
You certainly got away with the dames, Phelps.
Give it a rest, Bukowski.
Let's see what the patrons have to say.
Wait, was that your partner actually calling you out on yelling at the woman?
I'm Detective Phelps of the LAPD.
Unclear.
How can I help, Detective?
Name would be a good start.
Dudley Lynch. Hired help. I run the place when the owner ain't around.
Where is the owner?
He stepped out. Somebody had to take Lorna, Mrs. Patterson, home.
What can you tell me about the accident?
Not a lot. It was busy in here, and all I heard was the impact.
So what was he doing outside? It's against licensing regulations to drink on the sidewalk.
Lester and Lorna were having a fight. The owner made him take it outside. It was pretty ugly.
Do you know the victim?
Yeah. Lester Patterson. He's a regular here, or he was.
Not one of your favorite customers?
Lester was special, but not my kind of special.
Was Lester drinking alone?
No. He came here with his wife. She didn't seem too interested in the booze, though.
A witness overheard an argument.
Lester and Lorna. There's nothing like airing your dirty laundry in public, is there?
What was it about?
Who knows? The slightest thing could set those two off.
Thanks for your help, Lynch. I'm gonna need you to sign a statement with the patrolman.
Sure, no problem.
So I guess in that scenario,
Get anything out
doubt
of the
really
regulars?
means
They
Really
weren't
means
giving
more
too
like-
much away.
Yeah,
They liked
like,
watching
there is
Lester
more
and
you could
Lorna
learn
go a
that
few
he's not
rounds
telling
every
you
other
or
day.
whatever.
And Lester was
Yeah,
a fan of
exactly.
the love tap.
Huh. So presumably if you had doubted, he would have
Operator,
told
give me
you what they
R&I.
were arguing about, and you could have brought that up specifically when talking to his wife later.
Yeah, exactly.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need to run a partial license plate, 3 Charles 8. Cross-check possible Lincoln owners. Suspect vehicle is a red Lincoln Continental.
Is there always
Just a moment, Detective.
is there always a way through a case, or can you?
Only one possible make on that
Sorry.
license. Registered to a William Shelton, 738 West Temple Street.
Thank you.
Can you get enough interview questions wrong
Looks like
that
we
you
caught a
don't
break on this
have
one.
enough paths to the solution?
The only time I've ever seen that you've been able to fail is in the interrogation, which is always at the very end of a case. Like
Okay.
if you bring a suspect in. I have failed there before, but no, I mean, I've gotten 1 star on
We've got a
things.
couple of leads to run down. You have it under control here?
Sure. As soon as the coroner gives the word, I'll finish up here.
Yeah, I pressed triangle to try and get in the car, and he sat on the bench.
Okay, well, it's important
Because
to
there's a
remain
bench
incognito
nearby.
during an investigation.
Kind of cool that the
Help me
partner
out.
sits down next
Yeah.
to him. And then they start
We've got to track
chatting.
down that Lincoln,
It's actually
Phelps.
kind of
We find the
cool
car,
interaction.
and then we nail the driver.
Yeah, that's a cute detail.
Alright, nice sit down. Good talk, buddy.
All right.
Let's get out of here. But see, it's not letting me take this car. I think this car is like a prop or like part of the scene.
Well, it is
Won't let me get
illuminating
in
the
it.
crime scene.
Oh, that's probably why. An excellent point. Fine, I won't take the car. I'll go jack someone else's car.
So, I'm not clear on whether Cole's bizarre approach to doubting a witness is meant to be as bizarre and jarring as it feels. Like,
Yeah.
his partner sort of called him out on it that time, but every single time you say, I think you might not be telling me the truth, he just starts yelling at whoever he's talking to. I suppose
Yeah,
it
maybe
makes-
they take that personality trait too far.
Yeah. Wow.
Can we try to get there in one piece?
That was not the best delivered. I need to spend time.
That's pretty unusual behavior.
That's pretty unusual
Yes,
behavior.
yes, it is.
Saw some people do some
You know, this isn't a tank, Phelps.
I was actually going to say
might
that
be a
the
thing.
berating attitude does kind of
Take you
fit
to
with
the
his
next
background as a Marine officer.
Yeah. Wow, I am terrible at this.
That was pretty impressively bad.
Phelps, the guy was run over. So it worked out well for this broad.
I think I'm responding to a call here.
Maybe she deserved to catch a break.
Okay. Oh, the little running dude, is that someone escaping justice?
Yeah, the radio came on and said, unit to handle, respond, and I pressed the X button, and then I put a icon on my mini-map here.
Okay.
And then I turned on the siren so that it would be apparent what I'm doing.
I see.
But I think I'm realizing how far away this guy is. I
Yeah.
sort of thought he was like right off the road. The minimap doesn't do a good job of communicating scale.
No. Is there not an easy way to zoom in and out on the minimap?
You could pause and pull up the larger minimap, but not from within the game.
Okay. There's that park again. I have no sense of orientation, but I can recognize that landmark.
Yep. I like the moon from time to time. You see it peek up in the top right corner. Nice little detail.
Okay. Is that a new
Wow,
one?
look
or
at the front of that car.
Go ahead.
This is the one I responded to.
Remember, you call the cops and I'll hunt you down. Got me?
Too late, asshole.
God damn it!
All right.
Nice. Time to put my reckless driving to the test.
Yeah. Can you crash into a specific car on purpose? No. Okay,
Nope.
What made that lamppost so special?
It was a telephone pole.
Oh.
And it was made of steel, apparently. Wow, this is bad. This is just embarrassing.
It's not... I mean, I understand why they did it, but it's not quite as neatly integrated as the Red Dead Redemption sort of side mission, side quest thingies.
Let him do his wheel archer.
Yeah.
Come on.
Ugh. I clipped that pipe just enough to lose all my momentum. Look at all these guys in suits doing in back alleys.
Really? Oh, that's him climbing up the pipe.
I don't know why he got away from the car, though. He was doing pretty good evading me.
Yeah. Presumably he would kick you down if you were close enough to him.
Presumably.
Uh-oh.
Shots fired. Yeah, this is definitely not my best police work.
It is odd that they should give you the chance to take something that was so far out of their...
Come and get me.
So there, I think I clearly shot his hand and his leg there. And like, I think he's still gonna go to the morgue. So I'm pretty sure all you can do is kill him. I don't think there's a way to disarm him.
Huh.
Or incapacitate him.
That's too bad. Can you die in the gunfight? Like, I didn't see it. Where was damage being indicated?
It was going black and white.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then a heartbeat sound starts playing. I think the controller vibrates.
I
was very near death there.
I didn't hear the heartbeat till after the action was over and you're just standing there. But yeah, I agree. I don't think you shot him anywhere that should have been fatal. Can you like wield a blackjack or a club or something?
I need to go over the case notes.
That's an interesting point. So you can't change weapons, but if you're in a police car, you can go to your trunk and pick up. I think you're allowed to keep one weapon in your trunk, so mine has a shotgun in it.
Okay. So that odd man outplay, we keep seeing banners for it everywhere.
Oh, interesting.
I don't know whether it's going to be relevant or it's just the play they chose. But there has been a lot of stuff with actresses, and like they had a whole sequence in the opening cutscene about women auditioning for a part. So maybe that will tie in.
Well, it's largely episodic, so, you know, it might play into one case.
Right.
Yes? Hello?
Mrs. Patterson.
Is this about my husband?
We're investigating the incident, ma'am.
I see. Come in, won't you?
In the Sandcastle thread, someone pointed out that practically all the women in this game seem to have the same face. And now I cannot unsee that.
Can you tell me what happened?
Huh.
What's to tell? He got hit by a car and now he's dead.
You don't appear to be too upset about the fact.
Lester and I met on a furlough in '44. We got married that weekend. People don't understand it now, but that happened a lot back then.
I see. So you probably did well to stick it out this long.
What's that supposed to mean, mister? I think it's about time you left. I have someone here,
I
and
beg your pardon? You're gonna have to run that one by us again, sister.
It's okay, Lorna. I'm Leroy Sabo.
Well, well. Nice to see you're comforting the grieving widow, Mr. Sabo.
All right, wise guy. Do you have any intelligent questions you would like me to answer?
You can confirm Mrs. Patterson's story.
Lester lost at cards. He was kind of hard to control when he lost his temper. He turned without looking and walked right out in front of the car. It wasn't good.
What's your relationship with Mrs. Patterson, Mr. Sabo?
We're friends. Good friends.
You expect me to believe that?
Look, I was filing for divorce. Mental cruelty. Lester could be a mean son of a bitch.
And Lester knew about that?
No, I hadn't told him.
Well, hasn't this worked out well for the two of you? I feel almost bad for busting in on this little rendezvous.
How did the car come to hit Lester?
He walked straight into the path of an oncoming car.
It's a little shifty.
You expect me to believe that, Lorna. It's all very convenient.
Gambling for Lester was like the needle for a hophead. He was yelling at me. He was yelling at the whole world. kind of felt sorry for the driver. Poor guy had no chance.
You were arguing in the bar and on the sidewalk?
Yeah.
We were always arguing. So what?
Argument overheard. Wait, I have no idea.
Oh, she kind of admitted to it, though. She's like, we were always arguing.
Yeah.
So I don't know whether it's, I should say, lie.
I would guess doubt, but I don't know. I don't understand the game works with this kind of thing.
I think I decided to ask the community. Yeah.
They also thought
doubt.
Admit it. You were baiting him, pushing his buttons. We can easily get the full story from the regulars in the bar.
All right. Lester was playing cards out back. He lost, of course, and wanted back in. He suggested I earn the money on my back to get a mistake. That was the proposition he was putting to his so-called buddies. So maybe I was a little angrier than usual. Let's just say I took exception to his idea.
You and Mr. Sabo have an interesting day.
I'm sure we will, officer. Now, if you could both just leave.
We're leaving, ma'am. Sorry for your loss. I can see what a tough time you're having with all this.
Still think there's a twist coming?
Well, we still don't know who was driving. Like, weren't both of them accounted for in the bar when he got hit? Or was Sabo or whoever not there physically?
No, I think they were both there.
So there's got to be someone else who we don't know how they were involved yet. But no, it seems pretty cut and dry.
So what do you think happened?
She set it up ahead of time, egged him on.
Did she push him, or?
No, I mean, what we saw in the opening cutscene was the car was waiting for him to walk before it gunned it. Like, the car was there, ready to go.
Connect that.
I'm investigating a multitude of household items.
Indeed. Hey, butcher knives. Did you already look at those and I missed it?
Yes, I did.
Okay, sorry about that.
There was no, I didn't. It didn't let me do anything.
Oh.
It just hovered me up.
No, I'll be honest. I don't think we haven't gotten enough evidence to make any kind of conclusion yet. Guess we still need to go talk to the driver and figure out what's going on his end.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, 1247.
Like, we have clear motive for the woman.
How can I help, Detective?
Like, really, really clear.
Are there any messages for me?
We don't know about the method at all.
Just one detective from the coroner. Message reads, Phelps, see me at Central Morgue immediately. Results of the Pattison autopsy.
Thanks for your help.
Okay, so maybe he was stabbed first before the car hit him. You know what would be a good thing to do is get some fingerprints off that knife from the alleyway.
Yeah, that would be good.
And then try and see through all the ones Cole left over it.
You know the way. You can drive.
So we've got the car location or the morgue. Looks like we're headed to the morgue.
Okay. No, we still don't, even despite that opening cutscene and the title, we actually still don't know enough yet. I am interested. Pulling an all-nighter on this. Does it track the time of day automatically?
Well, I've noticed that the time of days are correct in sequence. I don't think it's actually tracked to the minute, but sequentially. If you go here or you go somewhere else, it'll always display a sequential time of day.
Huh.
We can put the driver in front of a judge in less than a week.
You'd be making a big mistake.
Run that by me again?
The victim was dead before the car hit him. 2 puncture wounds to the right side of the thorax. Second puncture reached his heart.
Oh, so maybe they did
been doing this
stab
job
him and then
23
throw
years,
him out
son.
in front of
No
the
one's
car
ever
or
laughed at
something.
one of my jokes.
He was stabbed to death?
Long, sharp knife. Length of a bayonet.
We found a knife in the alleyway.
Where is it now? Was it bagged?
By Patrolman Kaplan.
Perfect. I'll get you a definite match.
Jesus, we got him. Murder one. We were right there and they tried to stare us down. Now they'll both get the gas chamber. We have the knife, we have the coroner's report, and I bet we could roll Sabo as a witness. Let's bring her in.
How? So he just didn't react to being stabbed? The woman upstairs who heard the whole argument.
Can you drive to this one?
The part where he suddenly started screaming.
Fine. Where are we headed?
That's a very valid point.
Oh, good.
Taking the coroner's car.
Yeah, let's take the hearse.
Because you're a dead man. Get it?
No.
That's what we're gonna tell the guy because we got him on murder charges.
Got it. See, no, I guess this started as a hit and run, so it stays in traffic's, hands.
Jurisdiction.
Even though it's become a straight up homicide.
Yeah. I think the reality is,
pursuing traffic tickets and such wouldn't make for a very interesting video game.
Exactly. That and being a beat cop, it's like they have to spice it up a little bit.
Yeah, but so why do they have this section at all?
Because they're showing Cole's rise. He started out at the bottom.
I guess. Wait, Shelton? Oh, that was, the driver.
That's the son of a bitch right there. William Shelton?
Yes?
It doesn't look good, Shelton. You packing your bags and making a run for it? You know why we're here.
Yes. The accident.
We've got witnesses who can put this car at the scene, not to mention the physical damage. This is open and shut, Shelton.
Way to be respectful of his belongings, Cole. Wouldn't want to drop his
That coward thinks he can run from everything.
Okay.
Off-road chase. Oh, no, never mind. That would have been fun.
The chase is almost over before it
go up
began.
into the hills and stuff?
Yeah, there are a couple. I wouldn't say too far up into the hills. Still feels very urban.
Okay.
Lay into his wheel arches.
You do explore different precincts. Right now we're in the downtown precinct.
No wonder he killed someone driving like this. Don't let that asshole get away.
So what does it take to get other police cars involved? Or to set up a roadblock or something?
All right, I give up.
Show me your hands.
That's it. Cuff him and we're done.
How does a vehicular manslaughter rap sound, Shelton?
I hit him. I admit it. I just panicked, but it wasn't my fault.
What do you mean?
The guy jumped right out in front of me. He came out of nowhere. There's nothing I could do about it.
Why didn't you stop?
I've had accidents before.
That's it. We're done here. The DA is gonna love you.
They weren't all my fault. I'm a surveyor. I need my license for my job. There were people around. A woman and a man were standing right next to him. I thought they could get him to a hospital. I'm telling you, it's not my fault.
The guy is dead, Shelton.
You can't be serious.
William Shelton, you're coming downtown. We need to talk about a manslaughter charge.
Why are you doing this if you know if you know that Shelton didn't kill him?
We have the knife, we have the coroner's report, and I bet we could roll Sabo as a witness. Let's bring her in. So, initial report came back with an ID on our victim, Lester D. Pattison of 182 North Hope Street. Captain wants us there double quick.
What is going on?
I think the script broke a little bit there because it said an ID came back on the Vic. We want to go there, but we'd already been there.
Right, and the whole arrest sequence with Shelton just didn't make sense.
I mean, it does make sense to bring him in.
Yeah, but not on a manslaughter charge. You specifically know he didn't commit manslaughter.
Yeah. So I guess he doesn't need to know that yet.
Spoken to the coroner, Mrs. Pattison. He confirmed your husband's cause of death. We'd like you to come downtown and answer some questions.
It wasn't me. It was Leroy's idea. Leroy stabbed him. I had nothing to do with it.
Where is Leroy now?
He's in the bedroom.
You're very good, Lorna.
Put the gun down, Leroy. If you do something stupid now, you don't stand a chance in front of the grand
Nice of
jury.
you to give me up, sweetheart. All that whispering in my ear, telling me how we had to get rid of him, how good it could be, all the money we could claim, all that planning, how to get him into the street, how to make it look like an accident.
For God's sake,
You had
Leroy,
all
shut
the
up!
bases covered, baby.
I had nothing to do
You
with
think
it.
I'm gonna fry for you,
He's a
Lorna?
crazy man. Shoot him. Shoot him, for God's sake!
Way to
Okay.
handle a delicate situation.
That poor son of a bitch.
So is this a warning shot? Okay, yes it is. Oh, that was actually well done. The timing on those cards.
Yeah, that was cool.
Correctly.
Sabo, stop or I will shoot.
I cannot get a beat on this guy.
Well, of course
Lots
not.
of-
You need to track him for a long time to be able to shoot straight up in the air.
Well, that looks bad.
Dear. Not this again.
You come any closer and I will pull the trigger.
Put the weapon down now. You want to back off.
Have it your way.
Well, that didn't work out very well. I tried to shoot his kneecap, see if I could, like, incapacitate him
Yeah,
or something.
that really should have done more. I agree. I would have tried the same thing in that context. Oh, you
Too
can't
late,
skip it.
Sabo.
Or did you just edit that out?
No, you can skip it.
Hey, the guy stayed standing. Good for the guy. Yep. Okay, I was curious whether they
Stop or I will
did in
shoot.
fact script those cars to go by in that way.
Seems like it. Oh, come on. Oh, when he shoots me, it goes down. I don't know if you're supposed to be able to get a beat on him.
Can you
Man.
physically shoot him before you get to the hostage standoff?
Who knows? I mean, can I personally? No,
No.
obviously.
I am disappointed
any
that the
closer
game
and I will
only
pull the
offers you
trigger.
the chance of
How long do you think
killing
you can
him
hold
at this
out?
point.
What if I shot the hostage?
Have it your way.
Well, that didn't work very well.
That's
What
so
movie was
weird
that? Was that
you would
like Speed?
fail
where
the
you have
case
to, like,
when the hostage
shoot
dies.
the hostage. No, because you shoot the hostage and then it freaks out the person holding him hostage, and then you get to jump on
Yeah.
it. I saw it in a movie sometime.
Yeah.
I thought it would work.
Who could have known
Too late,
that
Sabo.
the hostage dying would lose the case?
Like I said, man, you have to see the movie. Shoot the hostage. It's a thing. It's a thing.
Stop or I will shoot.
Hey!
To be a heel, but that's a
Found
lousy
him.
way for it.
Very good. So that is, I guess, the only way to actually bring him in alive. You have a narrow window in which you can do that.
Although I don't think it makes much of a difference.
There's no final interrogation, it's just cut and dried at this point.
That's it.
So, I give you a hit and run. You bring me back fraud, conspiracy, and first-degree murder. This is how a good detective operates, Phelps. You take nothing at face value. You keep digging and asking questions
What is your
until you
partner,
get to the
Chop
truth.
Liver?
You got some sharp elbows on you, detective. I like
Sure.
that. Keep up the good work.
And there you go.
Well, okay. Vehicle damage.
That's a lot back in 1947 dollars.
Yup. Okay, 4 stars.
Distinguished. Not bad. Another visit to Roy's, who was shown what he was prepared to do to avoid jail.
Huh. Yeah, interesting. Wait, so did we skip any element of that, or did you get to all the different scenes?
No, I think we got it covered.
Okay.
It was a pretty good case.
So it really was just luck that they found a driver I guess maybe they were holding for.
No, I think they just pushed him into the street.
There are some things that don't quite perfectly add up, but like, where was the rest of the blood stain from where they stabbed him?
Yeah, and why didn't anyone hear him scream?
Yeah, but it's okay. I don't feel that the opening cutscene lied particularly. Now I want to go back and rewatch, because I thought I remember him actually like stumbling into the street and standing under his own
you would
power.
do if you had a knife wound. You know,
Yeah.
Stumble into
I don't know. I hope that's not what they did, because that kind of actually brings up one of the biggest problems I had with Heavy Rain, which I know you've compared aspects of this game to, is that a mystery game should not lie to the player. Like, I am happy to play along, but it's not fun to play along if the game isn't, if the game is cheating. So, if it was, then I guess that the lesson is ignore the opening cinematic, only trust what Cole sees himself.
That might be true as well, yeah.
Anyway.
Well, this next case coming up is one that really threw me for a doozy, so should be fun to watch it. I'm anxious to see if you can unravel it.
I noticed that the title says 1 star, so...
Yeah, we'll probably be re-recording it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.